And welcome back to Jurassic Jones. As usual, I am Joe. If you haven't done so as of yet, go ahead and subscribe right now. We are on the cusp of Jurassic World Dominion. I wouldn't want you to miss any of the fun stuff we're going to be looking at. Today we got some Ferocious Packs that we're going to be unboxing and releasing onto the collection. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Goripterus. Say that like 3 or 4 times fast. I know I can't. This Mirage is probably like my favorite offering from this new Ferocious Pack wave of 4 figures that we've got. And that's right, we've gotten 3 new molds and 1 other Velociraptor blue. Another rework on a classic figure, which is always a good addition. Honestly, they should probably like just shelve blue for a year after Dominion, because we've got quite a few of them. But yeah, that being said, let's go ahead and get started right there. Because, yeah, another blue. What can we say? It's another Velociraptor in a prowling pose. I like the tail on this one. It's a little bit different. And honestly, like the best blue from this wave that we've gotten, you guys probably know, is that extreme damage one we had. Just, I don't know, it's a little beefier and, yeah, looks a little nicer. But right out the bat, folks, let's go ahead and do what we do, which is, of course, check the eyes. That's right. Make sure that there is no paint bleeding out of the eye socket, because that is one of the continuous defects that we get with these Mattel figures. Unfortunately, the detail is great, and sometimes in the production part of things, it gets a little bit dinged up. That's right, check the eyes, and as you can see, we do have a little bleeding on this one just under the left eye. The right is perfect, but this one is not too bad, so it's not something that will break the figure for me or make me kind of dislike it. Sometimes they're a little bit lower and you can really tell that the eye is not where it's supposed to be, and in that case you have to absolutely replace the figure. And once again, and whenever that happens, I'm really big on just letting Mattel be accountable for it. You know, they have a 1-800 number you can call. They are really big on either sending you a replacement figure or compensating you for it, so you can go ahead and grab yourself a replacement figure in store should you be so lucky. But let's go ahead and see what this blue looks like in the app, because that's probably the most exciting thing about this figure. We are going to get a new animation with it, which is cool. And it's a little different from the extreme damage one that we had before, which had the cuts on the side. But yeah, I'm really digging this new ability to sort of like zoom in and zoom out, pan in and pan out, you know, on the animation. It's pretty neat. And yeah, another blue. But let's go ahead and move on to another figure that I'm more excited for. Yeah, the Mirage. And honestly, when it comes to this figure, I'm going to go ahead and just say I had to get 2 of them. I regretted instantly not getting 2 of the Chilingosaurus. These Stegosaurids are just getting better as they come. I really am liking the black and gray finish on this one, and like the really interesting white accents that it's got, you know, on the face, like around the eyes. It's just a really neat looking figure, and once again, just brings us back to the whole Mattel has created a really great line of dinosaur toys with this wave. Not with this wave, I'm sorry, with this entire toy line. It's not just great Jurassic Park toys, you know, the likes of which we were getting in the 90s, but in some ways, honestly, I'd say they've improved on it. They're just really good dinosaur figures for any kid or person that likes dinosaurs. Just really nice representations, whether we've seen them in the movies or not. Yeah, they all look like they would fit in a Jurassic universe. And the more cartoony ones look like they'd fit into Camp Cretaceous, so hey, it's all relative. But yeah, as you can see, the scan code is on under one of the plates there, or 2 of the plates. You just pull it up, and I'm thinking that's what they're probably going to do with a lot of the Stegosaurids. You just pull up one of the plates and that'll be where the code is. And as you see, you got some posability in the neck there. Tail swivels, legs move back and forth, mouth opens and closes. Head looks a little bit like the plesiosaur if you look closely. I don't know if they maybe reworked the mold for that a little bit for this head. I don't think so. I think it's a new mold, but yeah, it's a little reminiscent. And yeah, it's a gorgeous dinosaur figure. The eyes are actually like one of the best things. These eyes are tiny, and you know, like I said, one of the first things you do is check the eyes. And with this particular figure, it's just the eyes are really detailed, like just really well detailed. So let's go ahead and check out what she looks like in the app. Once again, it's another figure. I'm really interested to see what the animation looks like. And right on, we have a really great representation of our Mirage there. Yeah. Pan around, get a better look at her. Yeah, it's a really great representation. They really captured the figure. And moving on to our Miami Dolphins colored dinosaur. That's right, the Morris Intrepidus. Definitely not the way it looked in the prologue that we saw earlier this year. Was it earlier this year or late last year? But yeah, it was the Jurassic World Dominion prologue. You had the Morris Intrepidus picking like chunks of meat out of the Giganotosaurus's teeth. So it's a really small dinosaur. Probably not the correct scale of the actual dinosaur itself. That being said, it's a really cool looking figure. Jurassic Park Compound did a really neat repaint on it that sort of made it look more real. That being said, I'm from Miami, so I'm not really hating these colors. I'm sorry. Colors are pretty cool. I know folks are saying it's a little cartoony, but yeah, I'm kind of digging it. I'm excited for the repaint, which, you know, we've inevitably already had one announced. So yeah, it's a weird looking little dinosaur. And as you can see, the barcode is hidden right there on the back, in between like those little feathery crests, I guess, that go down both sides. And yeah, so it's new mold, new dinosaur. I'm digging it. One thing I will say is a little bit cartoony on it is the teeth. I would have, you know, I feel like sometimes they do make the teeth a little bit bulky on these. Like they could maybe thin them out just a little bit, to, you know. But once again, these are toys and they're pretty awesome representations of the dinosaurs. So if it gets the kid to look at what the dinosaur actually looked like, it's done its job. So let's check out the Morris Intrepidus in the app, and of course, this app has gotten so much better about scanning them. Like, it just sees the code and it's like, okay, you're in. I think they're apologizing for those first few waves and how hard we had to work to get them scanned. And moving on to Goripterus. Hope I said that right. But yeah, we've got another pterosaur. So you can see we've gotten the other 3 out of their boxes now. This is our last Ferocious Pack figure of Wave 1, of course. We've got plenty more coming this year. And yeah, it's a really nice contrast of colors. You got the pink crest there, you've got like blue on the face. It's like a dark brown, and then it's like sort of like an amber colored yellow, I guess. Mouth opens. It's your basic pterosaur figure, but it is a new mold. The legs are in kind of like an interesting standing position, and the barcode is like sort of stashed right there under a little flap on the back that you just have to pop open. So yeah, it's an interesting new figure. I love how the mouth like curves upward. You just tell it's like made for catching fish. They look like animals. Like they've just done a really great job of making these toys look like animals. And yeah, you can put the feet sort of like in a standing position, like it's about to launch itself down at something. Really love the little blue accents around its eyes. Wings also curve upward, which is kind of interesting and new as well for their pterosaurs, which have most of their wings curving down. See if we can get it to stay in the foliage there. Yeah, can't wait for a repaint. Or 3. So let's see how it looks in the app, of course. Alright, it's just a really neat animation. Love the panning ability. Thanks, Mattel. And hey, folks, if you like what we're doing, check us out on Patreon. Anything helps. Like the video, because, you know, that gets things moving. Comment. Let us know what you thought of these Ferocious Pack. Let us know which ones you're looking forward to. Subscribe. It's Dominion year. Lots of stuff coming. Hit that bell so you don't miss any of it, of course. And everyone out there on the hunt, stay safe.